We have huge drops in on SPY pigs. Yeah, I haven't seen futures quite yet. I usually just wait till the open. I don't typically waste my time watching too much of that, but not that it's a waste of time. It's not, but +8. Yeah, Ahad. What's going on? Living the Vida Coco. I love that. That's awesome. All right, y'all. So I want to go ahead and I want to talk about a few things because this week is obviously important. But as you guys know, we just trade the price. I'm going to go over a couple of headlines. We're going to review last week. Of course, last week we saw the S&P pretty much just closing right around 0.69%. The NASDAQ was down 0.57%. The Russell 1.51% to the upside, and the Dow 2.08%. We saw a couple of earnings, obviously Netflix, Tesla, Snap-on, CSX, DWAC. Oh, never mind, not DWAC, not yet. Kind of skipping over shit because there's really not a ton of important shit on the headlines over the weekend. So, all right, now to the important stuff this week. There we go. What's going on? All right, so of course, flash manufacturing PMI. We've got CB consumer confidence. We've got FOMC statement, federal funds rate, FOMC press conference. Most people are focused on Wednesday. That means that Monday, obviously, this is coming in right around 9:45, just a couple of minutes after the bell. I'm not really going to let that impact. I don't take opening bell trades typically at all. I'm looking for continuation, looking for the bigger overall play. So unemployment claims coming over after, and then we're going to end the week with employment cost, core PCE prices, and revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. What's up, Bunky? How's it going, man? Orange juice, little too much. Wow. That's crazy. You remember when I made myself sick with orange juice? Yeah, don't do that. I drank like way too much orange juice, so I don't know what happened. What's going on? Everybody can hear me? Sound check? Yep, we're good. Check, make that. Yo, what the fuck? All right. So, I would like to, obviously we've got all those economic events, but I would like to cover the watch list going into this week. Obviously, we nailed Tesla as far as levels. I'm not really, and again, I feel this exact same way that I felt about Tesla coming off of earnings. We know, right, with the, and forgive, there is quite a bit on this chart, but we know, I'm trying to get this set up so it's not, there we go. So we know that there is the potential downtrend, right, that we spotted before all of this. Now, whether or not it has a second deviation, and I'll delete all this stuff, but whether or not it has a second deviation, we don't know that, right? So at the moment, while this may have a confluence, the fact of the matter is it is actually this that we are likely contained in. So until we break below, now this is where things get simple for people who trade my strategy. It is below that, and here, let me show you exactly why. Okay, I'm calling this level. Do you guys see these candle closes right here? Right at 257.15. Candle close, candle close, candle close, candle close. First candle above, closing above resistance, right? So then we hold cost basis. Pretty simple. So anybody who's trading the Potter box, you guys know that if you punch into the box or the area of consolidation below you and you break cost basis, more than likely you are going to continue the downside. But one thing I do know is that a lot of misdirection is going to happen in between here and here. So here and here are likely places that I'm not going to take like bets, right? We're not going to be taking, I am not going to be taking Tesla. And the reason why is because I know where I want to take it to the upside. First of all, we did establish a couple of price points, one of them being 267.50, and there's also a 50% mark in between those at 265. If we want to take it long, that would just be the resistance that we broke out from before. So I wouldn't mind taking it back outside of that box, where we just need to break above that 265, and we would have a couple of levels above us to retest, and likely that is not the absolute continuation of the upside that we may be looking for. And then the funny thing is, right, is we've also had the discussions about Tesla, right? And we've talked about the battle of the uptrend and the downtrend. Now let me blow your mind a little bit. So we're at it, right? This is it. And I think that this week is going to determine whether we get another high from Tesla around 300. And I would absolutely love, guys, this is a beautiful setup from your wife. Ah, look at this little kid in my live. Dude, go cuddle with your parents, bro. Anyway, so the cost base is absolutely beautiful, right? The confluence between the structure, right? This isn't a trend line. This is math, right? This is a parallel channel. They don't line up unless you have points of contact. We have plenty of those. So we either get the A, right? And I'm going to mark this green. It's not red. It is the green, right? And then again, I try to color code these things so that you guys know what I'm talking about. That's cost basis, right? Or excuse me, that's cost. I got these all fucked up. Here we go. Hold on one second. So sellers, right? They contain the price at 264, 263.88. We've got buyers at the bottom right here at 248, right below 250, and we've got cost basis right here at 257.25. So we know, right, that this area in here is going to be a great place to go sideways, right? A straight immediate rebound might not be in the cards, but I can tell you that if we start to see higher time frame candles establish themselves well above this, then I will be looking. And of course, the beautiful thing is this is a fractalized strategy. So we're literally just going to be looking for something like on the hourly or the 15-minute that's going to make that entry easier. We don't have that quite yet. We'll wait until Monday and Tuesday. Hold on one second. Water. Damn, I was thirsty. That was a gulp. All right. Anyway, this is it, right? Cost basis. Go below that, we go south, and we can start looking at the potential downtrend, right? Who's in control? We're gonna find out here shortly. And again, Tesla long over that 264. Next on the watch list this week is we got a lot of healthcare names. First of all, and this is just the small one, right? We just started our play on Pfizer. Nice little punchback, right? Low, establish yourself on the floor. Cost basis, again, beautiful entry every single time. NASDAQ futures are up a little bit. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll look at it at the open. Everything, all I care about is where candles open. That's it. If they open at resistance, I'm looking for support underneath it. If I'm bullish, obviously I play the trend. Right now, the market is not in a downtrend. It is in an uptrend. So I'm going to continue to play that trend. But anyway, beautiful, right? We have yet again 37.50 is our goal, right? There is a wall, and I kind of have these fucked up again. So we have sellers containing that marked right here. We've got buyers containing this mark here, and then we have a small cost basis, like I said, at 37.50. And so that's the lower time frame, right? Now look at the weekly, right? We're there, we're in there, right? We're in the gap. So the gap right there, the gap at 38.15, 38.25, that is going to be step one. Step two is to recover, okay? So this is hopefully the goal for this week, or possibly going into the next couple of weeks, but the goal for Pfizer is to simply get its ass up above 38, just like it did here. Totally good, right? Cost basis within this space is going to be at $40.25. If we get that, we will get a punchback and we will be looking for our price target. Again, beautiful, right? Math, not made up, it's math. A recovered trend, right? This dropped out, dropped into a cost basis, 37 or 35.50, and we are dropping or pushing back. That's when we get some of our biggest moves. So we are looking to move into that 38.75. So those of you guys in, nice, looking for continuation of the upside, that is going to be our mark. Again, if you are along with me, I am not looking to take profit on this. I'm looking to roll these out and then roll them out and then trend them and then let them go to my price target. Okay, that's it. Just kind of like Tesla. Remember the punchback? This is the same shit. That's it. So and again, we got a beautiful imbalance here, a 50% mark. This should be relatively easy. My groceries are here. Nice points of contact. You're a point of contact, Ash. How about that? Huh? Right. Sorry, I have to be a little, like, I have to be forwardly defenseful with Ash, you know. I'm always on defense. You never know what she's gonna do. If you guys are live on TikTok with me, make sure to tap your screen. Yeah, a lot of you guys. So I do want to talk about really quickly the opportunities. Look, this is the hourly. Okay, we do have limited upside, I believe. I'm gonna delete these because, again, it can start to confuse people. We do have a controlled trend here, so a lot of the times, most of the times, right, we will actually see this is cost basis right here at 37.50. Expect a small pullback. We're totally cool with that because if it pulls back, we've got some beautiful places to potentially go and retest. I would love to see a retest of $37, or if it hits $37, I'm probably going to just buy it there and set the stop loss on the top of these candles. If the candle closes below that, then we'll go ahead and dip. There's also cost basis, but that's going to be out of our trend. So AMC though, yeah, but I mean, let me go before I talk shit. Let me fucking. Oh wow, wow. Oh my god. All right, you guys ready? You guys, we're gonna role play. All right. Oh my god, AMC is up after hours. Oh my god, AMC is up in after hours. Oh my god, AMC is sorry. You see what I'm saying though? I'm just kidding. But seriously, if you're gonna take it, you're gonna need to know exactly, again, with something like this, it's gonna be advantageous for you to possibly know exactly where because there's structure. If it's a stock and it's got volume, it's got structure. If it's got structure, you've got stop losses, right? So I see a lot, and I'm gonna delete all this because I don't know where the fuck it came from. But that's trash can. So let's chart this like it's serious. By the way, that's it. So if you guys have any requests, go ahead and drop those. Simple Stackers trade chat. If you guys are actually in the Discord, it would really help if you posted put those in the Discord as well, in the Potter chat. That'd be dope. Okay, so most, if not all, gaps get filled. So I don't want to take that away from you, and I don't want to say that that is not a possibility. Everything good? Okay, sorry. I thought we were being robbed or something. Casual robbers. But yeah, so let me see what I can do here as far as trend. I always try just to see if it's there. It looks like it wants to be there, but that's the whole thing, is everybody's always drawing that shit on AMC. So typically I'm going to be relying on points of control, right? So let's see what I can find if I just rely on straight structure. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, we're not going to do that. All right, so let's look at where it's at here. So here's our bottom. The top of that bottom is right there at 340. Okay, so we're gonna drag that over, bring it around town. We're gonna borrow this yellow line because we're feeling a little lazy. And let's see, so that's the bottom, right? There's gonna be a cost basis that's 288. That's none of our concern at the moment. Now, this is where shit's gonna get wicked because there's a ton of points of contact here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the daily. Can't believe I'm charting AMC for the as my first stock here today. Okay, so you've got a lot of borrowed cost basis. So let's do this. Beautiful. Okay, so 50% mark of any zone, right? And what you have is a lot of those of you in the Discord, you guys know we can stack them. They can almost be sitting on top of each other. And that's kind of what you're seeing right here. But you did close at cost basis, which is typically not a bad thing, right? Because then if you gap up above it. So I'm going to keep this simple, okay? Because this is kind of bullshit, you know. I don't, again, I say that, but like, don't take my word for it, because honestly, there is a gap at $17. And there's a fucking probably a 95% chance that that's going to get filled, I would imagine. And it's probably going to come from something like this. Now, I would not be surprised, okay, if they yank that thing down to 288, right here. If they yank that down and bring it down to 288, watch for a big bounce off of that. Oh my God, Bitcoin. That's she's from here. Her face is on the wall, like near my house. But anyway, right? So let's also look above us, right? Where would you want to open up above, or where would it be an advantageous place for you to break, right? In order to get some sort of cost basis or Potter box breakout, right? And I, looking at this immediately, see this mark right here at 1250. I think 1250 is going to be where you want to grab hold. The first mark right here is 980. So if you can break this small cost basis, I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, 980 is going to be the, yeah, 980 right here. You're going to want to open up or hit that mark. And then where do you want to not go below? I think that's also important to establish. So where does sellers control the price underneath you? That's going to be $6. So by some chance in hell, you saw a drop down below $6, then perhaps you see the opposite. But yeah, cost basis is where you closed. That's 920. I would definitely love to see. Yeah, that's a pretty clean and balance. 915 is also maybe a place that you might see, but I wouldn't really concern myself with that. I'm just looking to see if I miss anything. So there's a 988 and one more spot. Yeah, right here, 825. So that's also going to be a bullish mark. Anything above you, if you can close above it, is going to be bullish. So, all right, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I should almost maybe forget English. All right. So those of you guys in the Discord, you guys want to take a look at Baba? What about Amazon? If you don't mind, hit the link in my bio. Drop the request in the Potter chat, and I will take a look at it. All right, Baba. Why does this look weird? Oh, because I'm zoomed in. Right. All right. So, nah, this definitely looks weird. That's why. Okay. Yes, I do actually want to fucking talk about this because this is kind of a crazy ass chart. First of all, resuming trend, right? We actually got the 1, 2, 3, 120.83 break back in 1, 2. What do you think, right? So this is also, in my opinion, if you look on the lower time frames, this is also right below another area, and we'll go down to the daily and we'll take a look at that. But you are coming off support. 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be a big play, right? Is there any gaps up here? Now, it is China. I'm not a big fan, but maybe we smooth over our relationship with China one day. and everything goes up and we fill gaps at 188 and 263. Good God. Now, not all gaps get filled. So the only thing I would say here, I'm not going to keep this, you either come back down, maybe you come back down for a third drop at $80, and that's what you got to hold it. You have to hold it, right? $80 is going to be where you want to hold. And of course, this is the obvious thing here. It's not the body that you, 97.16 is where I'd also like to see a break. Now, again, you could drop from there. Please go away. There we go. Drop to the daily. All right. Now, this is where, again, we're going to want to establish. So we're pulling back. Obviously, there is a bunch of candle closes right here, right? We see some wicks coming off of this mark. So look at this mark. This is 93.35. This is pretty much a bear flag, right? When people talk about patterns and shit like that. I heard he did Amazon, dude. I actually recorded this. It will be on YouTube tonight. It should be. I also see. Here it is. Beautiful points of contact. Beautiful points of contact. Okay. Now, next step is where do you not want to close? Where do sellers control the price? Of course, we have a nice psychological number of $90, and there is almost, if you will, a Potter box in there. Unusual looking thing right here. Yeah, I don't see a cost basis in that mark, but that is where the candles close. And then ultimately candles fall there. Okay, so cool. All right, now we have sellers, which that is, I'm going to move that to, we'll just move that to cost basis. So cost basis for me on BABA is 87.50. The top, where sellers control the price, is the psychological number of $90. Mark that red. The bottom, buyers, that's going to be at 84.50. Now, what we know is that if you leave a structure, you do not want to fall back into it. But we also know that if you do fall into structure and you hit, let's bring you guys over a little bit. There we go. This is the daily. So right now you are basically in between, I say this a lot, like a rock and a hard place, right? You're not quite yet bearish. You're not quite fully recovered and up to your bullshit, right? So looking at this, I can say this very simply. If you open the price above 87 or $93.17, I would be looking for, and I will have to go down to a lower time frame but I would be looking for a break and hold above $95. There is a big strong wick coming off of 94.70. We don't want to ignore that, but it is $95 there as well. And then below, right? So what do we know about, and this is something I'm going to be going over in my workshop. You guys can look in the Discord. I posted everything that I'm going to be covering in that workshop. But this parallel channel, what is the middle line? It's almost as a cost base. It's a cost basis by itself. So underneath that, right, we're going to go ahead and drop. Now, this is typically where we move down to a lower time frame, and I'm going to save you guys. This is something that I'll do, you know, obviously a little bit more in depth. Hold on one second. Sellers. Nope, not sellers. Sellers are right there. Yeah, this is a cost basis right here. Buyers there. So on the hourly, and there is a 75% mark. I like this mark in particular. You are at support, so watch next week. $91.50. There is a small gap to fill right here at $91. This is also where we've seen Baba recover. Bam, bam, right? So if you were to reject $93, pull back down, 91 would be the trigger essentially to go short if you don't get a bounce, right? So typically with the bounce, how do you know whether it's going to reverse to the upside? You're going to look left. You're looking for the same thing. You want to break back up above 91.50. But for all intents and purposes, you're at 91.50 now, so hopefully you just bounce. The cost basis, okay, is here. That is 92.50. Okay, that is kind of what I would be looking. I would just take that there, or if you're taking it off the bounce, but I would be taking it at the cost basis break. You are in probably what most people are going to consider some sort of retail bullshit, like a pennant or something, like I just said, a bear flag, right? Same difference. Again, we just want to make sure that we're establishing ourselves above that daily mark. So how do I feel about AMC? All right, so I'll have to like post a video on it or something like that. But I feel like 1750 is a possibility. I think that this will be another rewind of every other event, and I can show you on the chart why that's the case. Again, AMC weekly time frame. How many times in the last year have we heard that moon bag? It's the same shit. So I think, you know, really even looking at the weekly and solidifying where are these points of control, right? Where do we see sellers control the price the most? Candle closes, right? Yeah, $5 is one. Obviously we're above that, so we've already triggered one. I think we're at $8 in after hours. So look, you're right up against a wall on the weekly, 821. Let me go look at the daily. So that's 821. Oh, would you look at that, right? That's 821. You ended up going and hitting 880. Yeah, so I discussed AMC already. You're at cost basis. Open up above cost basis. Your first resistance and walls are going to be, why is that over there? $8 even. Period. I don't know what's going to happen in pre-market. But opening up above those would be bullish. Opening up above 825 would be very bullish. All right, that's the last time. Got in late for, it's all good, Texas, man. We got a lot more on, a lot more expected, excuse me, out of that one. All right, so Workhorse. What is this? Garbage. Hit the link in my bio if you guys have a request. Even if I don't get to them on this live, I might even be able to drop your chart later on or tomorrow morning. So, okay, the daily. This is wild in a way. Okay, so I see a whole lot of what is likely going to confuse a lot of people, because that has the most points of contact. That also has a lot of points of contact. So we're good. Damn, that's a fucking 284 cents. What in the fuck? So Discord, you guys know what this is, right? That's buyers. That's cost basis, right? That's yellow. There's sellers. Okay. So what is that? That is a punchback. Okay. Boom. That's step one. Now step two, what's next, right? Now I can't really see anything other than the fact that this $1.40, $1.40 mark on Workhorse is obviously of somewhat importance, but I need to see exactly what we got going on here. Okay, so this is structure. You have a very, very, very small box in and of itself. Hold on 1 second. That is held up at 130. 130. Bottom. Cost basis is ugly, but real. It's there. I see it. It's 125. 120. Nope. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, 126. So here's what I say for Workhorse. I mean, that's not the end of it. Your immediate first price target is going to be right here at 136. Then the second price target, and really what would be the most bullish mark as well is 140, like I said on the weekly, and that would be a punchback because you actually have a box right there. So that would be a punchback, and that would allot you a new high. But yeah, you need to open up. Nice setup right there on the daily, coming back down. Beautiful retest right there. Okay, so the candle closed. Here's a daily. Yep, so I absolutely agree with what I just said. But I do also, and didn't notice that you also had that potential punchback. So I think opening up above 124, like I said, and then I guess we're going to use resistance. We'll promise you a new high, and I think that new high is likely going to be around 135. So there's also a careful trend here. Kind of ugly if you don't do that. I don't like that, but we know that these break all the time, one way or another. So second deviation. Actually, you guys know what we're looking for, right? What are we looking for? A structure ripped, right? And that opens the what? Pause. Mouth. Right? So we're gonna drag that back. And I'm going to turn off after hours because I want to see exactly. Yes, so I don't like to do it off of that. I like to do it off the open. And look at that. So now I'm going to turn after hours back on. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So the next price target, I feel confident, right? Knowing that if we get a punchback here, a punchback there at 125, filling the imbalance, 136, right, is just a stopping point based on this this trend. So then I'd kind of go back out to the weekly, and I would probably try to identify again where that first mark is. That's 140. Let's see, 4 hour. Yeah, this says potentially 150. So yeah, that's what I see on this one. Workhorse. I never see second second deviation. Yeah, thank you. Potts, can I look at Pfizer? We're in Pfizer, but yes, for sure. Thank you. Yes. We don't do poo-poo analysis here, and those in my Discord can attest. Again, this is I say it a lot, but it's like I don't feel like this is my opinion. This isn't like it's just a matter of what touches what opens above what, and that dictates what we do. So I'm starting to care less and less about anything, and my tinfoil hat grows stronger every day as I believe that this is just like a real bank account where they just rebalance, move things around, and you just gotta know how that's gonna work out. So anyway, when drawing trend lines, do we always remove after hours? No, I do everything. My strategy cannot be done without ARCA, NYSE data, and after hours data. I really believe that the market that everybody is seeing out there is not the same market that we're seeing it with all of that, right? I truly don't. I think why are we discluding the biggest money, right? Who comes in after hours? Institutions, big banks, right? Come on. All right. Anyway, so how's Matt? Actually, yes. Well, you do know that the Barbie movie is not going to. They're not going to report those numbers on this earnings call. I don't think so. I don't think that made the cut. So, also, you know, again, price. If I actually already looked at the chart and I already have it charted. So, we'll take a look at it in a minute. But Apple is next. I'm in the Discord right now, guys. You know what? Here, really quickly, if you guys are on TikTok, I'll open it up right now. You guys can hop in there. It will not be open tomorrow, though. Oh, you guys can. The voice chat in the Discord is open right now, so you guys could literally not be on TikTok and be seeing my shared screen right now. Pekka, if we can, yeah, I'm trying to zoom through these without doing any bullshitting. Yes, so big spike up to a new high. Apple is in a really nice chart. Excuse me. Why am I? No, let's see. I don't like that. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so I do tell people a lot. You know, obviously, I don't do all-time highs, right? If we have a little bit of structure above us, it's all good. Also, this candle, yes, can imply pullbacks, but I'd like to point your attention to this one. That would have told every seller in the world that we were likely going to go short, right? How'd that end up? Anyway, so yes, this is kind of a long and relatively unsustainable run. Again, I would also turn your attention to some of the previous runs on Apple. This is one of Apple's biggest, right? Just ripped right into all-time highs. So getting some sort of consolidation build makes sense. They did just talk about AI, but I will break this down for you because right now we do have what I believe to be relatively decent structure where you're at. So where you're at right now, deleting this, and bottom sellers control the price, which is why you dropped in there. Where did you drop down to? So that's not a box, that is the box. It's a little sneaky box. A lot of people might get a little confused by that. Bounce, cost basis, right? Top, right there, that's 192, that's green, or that's red, right? That's sellers, they control the price. So if you beat sellers, what do sellers do? They cover, that means the price goes up. We also have buyers at the bottom. Buyers seem to be at 190, whatever. Looks like 189.95, so they're not giving you like the psych number, but there you go. That's number one. Now number two is we're gonna look at where sellers control the price above us. Sellers also like to control the price at 194.40. We're gonna turn that red. Yes, my Discord is wide open. You could literally go in the Discord right now. The link is not working, the live, so you can actually see my screen. It's literally right there, and you can actually see my screen. I can't believe I paid $2,000 for this chair. Might be my more regrettable purchase. Okay, so I don't even have to tell you that 193.50 is a cost basis mark. That is a cost basis mark. It is a cost basis mark, and I would be looking obviously on the lower time frame. We have a box right there. That's why you got so much fluctuation in this mark. Sellers also seem to like 194 even in the most recent price action, and then they liked 193.15 as buyers. Now going down into the 1 minute, whew, right? Things get kind of heated. Excuse me. All right, so there's enough points of contact at the same point for me to go ahead and move that up and say sellers also control the wick, right? But sellers have multiple points that they seem to control. One of those is 193.90. You can see that here on the hourly. The cost basis, so this is actually going to be a quadrant. I'm going to have to come up with a new fucking name, a quadrant box or some. I'm about to change all of the names and just fucking name it something even more dumb. But anyway, so let's pull that down. There we go. So 193.80 is also going to be where sellers control that price. So what do we know, right? We've bounced off cost basis. We're looking for a close above 192.35, and we'd also really like to reclaim 192.55 right here. We can do that. God, yeah, you have another 75% mark. Okay, so this box is all chopped up. Rarely does that happen, right? You need a lot of volume and you need a lot of fight. So there's a lot of volume up here. So the move coming out of Apple's whatever the fuck this is probably going to be pretty pretty gnarly. So I would say right now, if you're looking at Apple, a 192.80 would be risky, but you would have a beautiful stop loss. The break above 193 promises at least a candle up to 193.84, and at that point I would go ahead and call that a punchback, and I'd be looking up where I'd have to zoom down to the 15-minute because it's too fucking much, and that's where I'm going to find my next structure, and that's where we're going to drop this down there. We're going to go ahead and drop another cost basis right here. We're going to pull that up. That's sellers. Bam. And so if you're looking for Apple to move up with everything I said just there on the hourly, and you get above that 194.35, your next target, we're going to bring that down to the wick, that is 194.96. So that is going to be where that is going to be a great place to break. And then 195.60, I'm not even really worried about these other points. I mean, obviously, if you're day trading or you got weeklies, do what you must. But we also like to typically establish trend. Now, where do I go, right? I'm going to end up with two different charts, I think, right? If I go off of support. So I'm going to have to figure out, right, what this is bouncing off of something. Now, what did we talk about this week, right? We talked about buyer and seller control and how they can show that control through the establishment of trend, which confuses the shit out of people. So I tell people just obviously let the Potter boxes speak. But I do see the potential, right, for both to play out. And they both make total sense. We know that what we're looking at in a channel is the same thing as a box, and this is cost basis. So we're going to see who wins. Anyway, that's Apple. Hopefully that helped. How is Tesla? Guys, again, if you guys would do me a huge favor, the Discord is wide open. This is all I ask. Hop in the Discord. You can watch my stream on your screen, and you can leave your request in the Potter chat. That would be great because I can literally see three or four requests here. All right, thank you for tapping the screen though. That's sick. All right, let's do one from there. Somebody said Meta. I am gonna post a video tonight on my YouTube of this recording, so you guys will be able to go back and watch this. The weekly. Oh my God, it's almost like my analysis is sick. Look at that. Bam! Right there. Candle close. Candle close. That's why we care so much about candle closures, right? Look at that. That is bussin'. So the candle did not close below 194.26, but closed on top of it. We might have some wild misdirection happening here soon. Now, battle of buyers and sellers definitely happened here. I don't know why I just zoomed all the way down there. Let's go to the daily. To the daily first. All right, so this is where, again, we're going to be able to find out where exactly we're at. Now, I am not going to do too much work here because, you know, what's really funny is I've seen a lot of people be like, rising wedge, rising wedge. I'm like, cool, cool. Maybe you're right. But I tell you what, I like to make sure that I am just trading the trend. And the trend is still fucking going up. Look at that. So I'm going to stick with what I do, right? And right now, we've got the cost basis above us. Looks like around 310. We've got another cost basis, right? It's hard to spot, but we know that sellers are going to be right around there. So somewhere in here, this is also this is also that previous floor. So 193.78, 194.50, 194.25, right? 193.50, 194.25. We like both of those marks if we open below that. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you open below that, yes, you should expect for Meta to come back down. Now, here's what I see. I see a alert-worthy, absolutely going to probably respond-y mark at either A, the 288.60. That's gonna likely respond regardless. I would be looking for a bounce off of that mark. And then secondly, we have another mark here. I'm gonna throw auto. Ooh, ugh. Hold on, let's see what after hours. Very good, and that is right on the mark. Perfect. So that's 183.50. Ooh, get back on there. My analysis is gone. It's gone. Come back. Oh. It's back. What happened? We got all fucked up. Bam. Alright. So, anyway, I would love to see a magnificent bounce. We're gonna open up right there on the daily, right there. So I say 285, which is cost basis right here. I say 285.50. Also watch for the bounce at 188. This might take more than 1 day. And you know what? We got 2 days until fucking FOMC, and I think that we could probably fit 2 bullshit candles right here and right here, and that might just set you up for, yeah, maybe another leg up. But below that, I would say that you can start looking for Meta to start punching down. That would be a punchback, so look south. This is both a bullish and potentially bearish chart. Pretty cool. Damn, bro, you're really working out your finger. What? Crypto new, bro? That is, thank you, Jonathan. That is, thank you. I don't know what that means, but that's not true. Otherwise, I'd be fucking broke. That's me making shit off of this. Yeah, Meta does have earnings. So, you know what? I say up. I don't know why, but I say 360. I say Simon says, hold on. Let me before I say anything else. Is there gaps up there still? Coco, what are you barking at? Hey. What? There's gaps at all the way at 365? Is that for real, Shotty? 350. Cost basis is, hold on, the floor is there. This is some extra wild shit right here. We're gonna put cost basis right there. We're gonna drop that up. We drop right there. So where did we tap? So let me drop the, what the fuck is that? Where did we tap? We tapped 318. That was almost the floor, but not quite. Floor there, and floor there. So that's really, that is rebound city. So I would say right now, oh my god, that is such a beautiful chart. 307, obviously number one. And then hold on, one more little thing here. Man, I think that's gonna add up. Yeah, that's gonna be sellers control this price. So we'll give it the box. And where are buyers? Buyers are 1, 2. Thanks, man. Okay. Am I being selective right there? That is not the. Oh, you know what? We're fucking charting blind here. Aha! Dude, everything becomes so much more clear. Yeah, dude, my job, if I couldn't look at after hours, dude, I couldn't do this anymore. Everything would be over with. All right, so that clears everything up. Now we know exactly where we're at, and now we know where cost basis is at. We're gonna go ahead and mark that, and that's where you sat. So guess what? Below 293.54. I can confidently tell you, I feel very confident in this. You are probably going to skim dimly dim, drop down to 287. And if that breaks, you're in a hole. You're probably going to see like 280 or something like that. But yeah, I think that was pretty sweet. Again, you can review this later. There was a trend that was broken on this lower time frame, I believe. And I like to go ahead and drop one of those bad boys and just tell people that usually it takes 2 deviations to be broken, not just one. AAL will reverse. So will reverse. Oh, I'm sure one day. And then it'll probably go back up again. Alright. Gang, gang. Yeah. Let me see, hold on. 3M, huh? The 3M company. Let's look at the weekly here on this bad boy. Oh, shit. You know, no. You know what? Don't say that. Don't say that. See that? Every day we're practicing self-control. Translates right into shelf trading. Beautiful. Now, oh man, I don't know the fate, dude. Did we leave some gaps up there? Yeah, we left some gaps up there. We're 3M's. Yeah, we're sending shit. The military's buying shit. Trust me, 3M's still making buku money right now. All right, this might be an exciting play. Could be an exciting play. All right, so one, yes, I think we are, according to After Hours, at the downtrend of a very, 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 very motherfucking long downtrend. So this could be absolutely. How long do you predict the market continues to go up? I don't do that. I just trade every single week, and the market tells me exactly, for the most part, what it's going to do based on certain mechanical levels. And points of control, and if those points of control are lost by one team or the other, I just play against that team, and that's how I make my money. That was a layman's way to put it, but yeah. All right, so sellers are not controlling that. That is not control. That is some limp type energy right there, and then our floor, right? So buyers are not there. Buyers are kind of right here at $98. And then that would make a cost basis. Beautiful. Okay, so we got that right there. Perfect. We're going to drop that down. That's going to be our cost basis. All right, now we're going to drop in this. Brian, I thought that said kiss. Wrong Discord, buddy. No kisses. That's gross. I don't know what I did, but that looks better. Alright. Cool. Not that you needed that, but cost basis coming from the low, technically, and the only thing that I don't... Okay, so what would happen if I did... Because I'm not a super happy camper about that. Hold on one second. So let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. What does the weekly tell me? That's gonna solve all my problems. I don't need to be doing all that. So sellers, where did the candle not go? The candle could not go above 104.65. That was also true here. Then directly above that, you had the wall and candle control of 106. 50 maybe. I think it's 107. So okay, now that we got that under control, the floor is $97. Okay, do you guys see how the weekly cleaned that all up for me? So $98, but this says $97. $97 is right here. Okay, well that's excluding the wicks, so we're going to stick on the daily with the yes sir. So we're there. We closed at the wall. Okay, and that's funny because you're at downtrend as well. Okay, daily at the downtrend. At the wall, basically, right there. Okay, I see. Oh, candle close above. New high. Got it. New high. Got it. Okay, cool. So I don't think it's worth battling about, but yeah, 104.80 right there. So we're gonna drop that box down, right? That was harder, but we got it, right? Now cost basis comes down, lining up perfectly, right? Nice flag. Candle above. Candle not above. No new high, right? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Build. So I reckon that we're probably going to be seeing a new high. You know what? I'm going to stop saying reckon. But I definitely think you're probably going to be seeing a new high. So what does that mean? What are we looking for here, Mr. Belvedere? What do you think? Give me before I say it. What do you think that we need to start looking for? What should have been established right here? Chart God. Thank you, bro. I'll accept that. Humbly. Just take your best guess, dude. I just want get your brain working. Nope. What carried you down? What carried you down? Right? This is just one big long box. That's a downtrend, right? So what are we looking for if we're gonna go up? What did this make? This made lower highs, right? So we're looking for higher lows. And where does that typically come from? A mouth, right? Now we don't know, obviously we're not gonna go ham and try and like do some crazy shit like that. But what do we see right here? Bloop, bloop. So what are we gonna do? What is this? Why is that shaped like this? I don't know. Let's fucking figure it out. Let's see if anything lines up. I'm gonna go off the top just to be crazy. Oh my god, what the hell? What's that? What's up, brah? Let's see. So I actually want to bring this around town. Let's see what it looks like right there. That's what's up. And then we're gonna bring that up just a tad because I want that deviation to be right there. That's exactly where that needs to be. So we're gonna nope. Hold still. Yep. Maybe a little bit more. Nah, we're gonna leave it right there. Gang gang. So the chart says the first new high, right? At least right now, if you can get out of your little cage, which according to this chart, you should, right? Now, I will say there is a possibility of you going back down one more time. You can, because just because a cost basis is broken doesn't mean that it won't come back down to support, grab buyers, and still go rip. So watch 3M. We'll write that down. That seems like a something suitable to put on the watch list, right? The watch list. Pfizer was on the watch list. We tried once, got stopped out. We actually made a little bit of money. We're gonna try again. So far, this effort, not so fucking bad, right? We had a couple of people play shorter expiration contracts and make out pretty good. Guys, if you're on TikTok, I have the worst trouble seeing both of these chats. So if you guys, again, the Discord is wide open. You can go and actually see the live stream. This will also be posted on YouTube tonight. So I am going to write down M. And I will go ahead and say, okay, so sellers control the price there. When you go up, you tap the new high. So that was just a break. So there's the wall. That's 110.40. What? Can I chart it? That's what she said. Can I see it? Where is it? There it is. I see you. You're one. Oh no, that's not it either. Hold on. I kind of feel like it's this right here, and then there's like a wall up there, but there's not. So we're gonna have to stick with the 109. That's okay. All right, so I cannot tell you how, right, exactly. I do know that typically after a cost basis break, right, we're looking for the next one. That's what's really going to get us up and out of there. I would say at the moment, let me throw an auto fib up here. Yeah, you got the break right there. The next auto fib is You've got the 107 mark right here. I think that's a good break. I do like 109. And then the next target right here is 113. I'm not aiming for 113. You guys know that I typically don't just aim for the bottom. I typically aim for cost basis, where the sellers control the price. I'm a little bit off on that. This is an old chart. What's going on here? All right, so this box actually needs to be here. Perfect. That's 115.36. Cost basis within that has a gap at it, very, very, very small gap at it at 114.50. If that cost basis breaks, ooh, you know what? Beautiful. Yes, I am going to solidly agree on this, and I say that if 3M gets its ass up and opens up on 117, you should be looking for you should be looking for a run into the 122, 125 area relatively easy, I think. Yeah. But this is probably a pretty important time for 3M. But be long, I think there's a lot of gaps, a lot of targets. Personally, looking at this, my first, like if I was to take a position right now, I would be aiming for this filled in balance. I would my interest is here, and that's it. I would see nothing else. Yeah, 147 gap fill right there. Wait till there's a lawsuit over. That'll be too late. But by the time you get that, like everything is settled, like people are, the movement might happen as someone's gonna know the end of that, the end result of that case, right? And you may see movement before it even happens. And what will likely happen is like they'll run it up and then bring it back down a little bit, consolidate it going into the case. Who knows? Buy the rumor, sell the news. We'll see what happens. Again, dude, price. I would just trade the price, bro. I don't do anything. I told you guys that with Tesla, I went back, like if I had traded based off of like some of the headlines and vibes that were out there, dude, we would have never caught Tesla. That was straight up like just by the fucking price. Just price. Why not the 33 level for interest? Oh, well, you are not wrong. I don't think so here's okay, let me explain this. Really easy. Check this out. Ready? That's a tiny little box, right? That's a tiny little box. All right. Anything else? Any other baby voices applicable areas? Nope. Yeah, so you're in a little... This is all bullshit. This is all... That's fucking... that's like a month's worth of consolidation in here. So I wouldn't say that like 130 is not. So I look at these as like triggers, right? First of all, we are breaking a downtrend. That's number one. 130 even, right, is right here. I don't say that that's like not a good target, but I'm also not playing. I don't expect for 3M to break out of what has been a extraordinarily long downtrend, right? Look at the potential in this play. Do you see this shit? This is why. Here, never mind. Fuck all that. That's why. You see that, dog? So either 3M is about to shit the bed, and they absolutely fucked up, and you can grab probably a cheap, out-of-the-money put for like 60 bucks for probably jack shit. I would assume, you know, it's had a couple green days, but hot damn, dude. This shit looks crazy. I mean, honestly, the more that I look at it, the more kind of reminds me of Pfizer. This is probably going to be something that you can go and look left, right? Where are we? Where are we? Let's also look at the monthly. We can do that. Where are we? Oh my God. We bounced. Let's see. What did we bounce? Okay, so sellers do control that price. So I could tell you what hedge you would want. $82. Basically 80 bucks. 80 bucks. If this isn't it, right? And you're not coming off of this, so you bounced off of 93. The question is, right? And this is where you broke out, right? This is where 1, 2, 3, right? You got an inverse head and shoulders, big ripperoni. So dude, I would not short that, my boy. Honestly, that might be the next small account play that we try and rip into. Now let's see something. Am I tripping balls? Is there anything else I should be looking at? Nope. No, you get a little dippy dip out of there. That's a loss of control. You establish control and you see a big squeeze out. You go and oh my god, guys, listen, if I made this up, we wouldn't, if my strategy wasn't real, we wouldn't see this at all. Like, we would you just wouldn't see this shit. It would not exist. Look at where the candles close. Right there at cost basis. So for me, right, I'm looking at this weekly and I'm saying that if we can muster one, and it's only, you know, just a little bit away, we can even just get right here, right there where buyers are at. It looks like 107 or 108 is the wick. Looks like the top of those bodies right there. The candle closes at 110.85 and 111. That would be a great start, right? And then this thing kind of stair steps where we're going to be able to find, right, pretty clean structure, I think, both up and down. But yeah, I don't know. It's cheap. I don't know, because it's cheap and I don't care. Well, make sure that it's not a I don't care if it dies thing, right? Because if they fucking become, I mean, honestly, this looks like a great play. If it's a penny stock, could I typically respectfully ask people to give me things that are, but if it's not, I'll look at it. I don't know. Penny stocks just scare me. All right, Shell. Angie, was that a request or just a, oh, well, yeah. I don't know if that was a request, but, all right, let's look at Shell. How long would I go on that? On 3M? Whew. Hold on, let me look at it again one more time. A while. 6 months. I might even leap that shit. So the one, all right, hold on. Let's do a little bit of like deep diving here. Here's one. We need to go look back at how this operates. How does 3M run? This shit is wild. Okay. Even on its uptrends. Now this was in the middle of a bunch of bullshit, and hopefully, right? And we don't do the hope shit, but if, yeah, you're right. If it can get the lawsuit taken care of, again, they're not going fucking anywhere. They're still getting fucking buku money. They're still selling Ukraine, all the money. We're still sending that shit over. Regardless, I'm not a fundamentalist. I don't really care about that. I just care about the price. Hopefully, you would see, you know, an eventual run. You don't want to see something like this, but if we're looking at the most recent price action, right, and we're playing it by price, I'm going to say that look at where you, or how you essentially trade while you're moving to the upside, and even, right, the first start. So I think this is a great place to look at, yeah, a start for 3M. I think you also, again, have lower time frame setups that we can also look at taking advantage of. I don't know how, yeah, you can literally can't not see that. It is just absolutely crazy. So I mean, even on the lower time frame, I would just be looking for I'd be looking to stay above 104.25. and especially 103.80. And I would be looking to establish myself above 104.65, 85, which you've already done. And then, yeah, I'd be looking for the next run on this thing, potentially up into the 110, just like we talked about on the 4-hour daily, etc., etc. Also, this, so you don't do quantitative or fundamental analysis. Aiden, I, especially over the last couple of years, I truly believe that most of the stocks in the S&P and the QQQ and all these other stocks, like it is all mechanical. And I think I don't like, okay, so had we traded headline, like it's hard to explain if you haven't been here before, but it's like with it's all price. It's all based on price for me. With Tesla, you know, half of my only reasoning for getting into Tesla long was because a cost basis broke. And not only that, right, but we also saw that Tesla had reclaimed, right, on earnings, which we played this up. Definitely use some of that loot, right? Roll that in. We played it off the cost basis. We actually had, I think, 4. We had one cost basis at 217. We had another cost basis at 235. No, it was 3 altogether. And those 3 triggered us for a run up into my target, which was basically 299 or 280. And that killed our gap. So I don't trade off of anything else. Right now, I'm currently in Pfizer. I believe that these institutions, these people know what's going to happen. They know because they're in control of it, right? They control the fuck, I mean, half of these companies, BlackRock owns half the fucking float. You don't think they can't move that shit? Whenever they fucking please. Sorry, I'm using that, but you know what I mean. See, the tinfoil hat's starting to bleed into my brain cells. I'm losing English here, but yeah, I truly just believe in leverage, structure, liquidity inserted at certain marks to basically give you new highs or new lows. So for Pfizer, when I get in, I don't give a shit. I haven't looked at a single Pfizer headline. I don't know what's going on with Pfizer, nor do I care. I probably won't care at all. But what I do know is that when it hits 36.66 and then breaks 30, I think right now I have it at 39.50, that I'm gonna be looking for that motherfucker. God, I am going too hard today to rip right through $40 and to give us a nice 42 something in that, somewhere in there, 42.30. I would love some accumulation there, and then a nice touch into the 46.50s, maybe 47.50s, and that's it. How can you rewatch this live? It will be on my YouTube. I like to stare at the screensaver sometimes. Fractals. Trees got fractals. Charts got fractals. I got ADHD. Alright, my channel right there. Potter Stocks Trading. There you go. And you should be able to see. It's not on right now, but it will be there. Let's go to the videos. That's last Sunday. You guys can go watch some of my previous analysis. You can go see what I said about Tesla before that red candle. We kind of nailed that analysis. But anyway, all right, let's keep going. Like micro. Acer. So I don't trade trend lines. I don't trade trend lines. I use basically parallel channels. Have to have points of contact. There is a difference. There is a difference. I could right now draw 100 different fucking trend lines on this chart alone. There's trend lines out the ass, and they mean absolutely nothing. Like that. I mean, literally, you could I just would go on for days. It means nothing to me. These are bullshit. That is structure. That is how the stock market, we establish control. So that is very real, in my opinion. So no, I don't trade trend. But what I do is I do trade structure. So I am only typically, this is a nice break cost basis right there. Again, yesterday, guys, look at that beautiful cost basis. Beautiful bounce off a cost basis. It happens every single week over and over again. but I typically focus on where buyers and sellers control the price. That's it. That's all I care about. And then the 50% mark in between them. Oh yeah. I'll look at IWM. Sorry guys, looking at the Discords first. Okay. Wow. So I haven't looked at this in a minute, Angie, and this was my prediction. Wow. Nice. Fuck yeah. That's cool. Huh. Nice. That's fucking sick. Yeah. We said that underneath that box that'd be toast. That's nice. Okay, cool. So you broke up there. I can't see what I need to see here now anymore. I need to go to the daily. What the fuck is that? Alright, so there's a mouth. Where is it? God, dude, that is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. That's right, we established that cost basis. The cost basis was where? Cost basis at $200 on IWM and a 199 mark. But I see candles closing here. I see that being this box's cost basis. Alright, so now what's underneath you that you're wanting to avoid? Sellers control the price underneath you, underneath 199, dragging it back down to the 188.77. Alright, 4 hour. Let's use this mess. What is playing right now? I don't like this. Making me fucking tired. Raining all summer is the name of that shit. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you make trades every day or do you wait sometimes? I wait sometimes. Sometimes. How tall am I? 6'2". DM me any questions on Discord. Do you explain trading structure on your YouTube? Yes, and I will be. No way. Is that fucking? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. I will be having a class. Yes, you can check in the Discord. What are my thoughts on Jevin? I don't even know what that is. That sounds like a lubricant or something. Don't worry. Me and my husband only use Jevin. Right? No. Alright. No, it doesn't. Alright, what do we have here? Let me go ahead and finish that flow here. So we're gonna start with our new highs. Our new highs are here. You had a trend control. You have established control there. We're gonna stack that deviation. That's gonna help us find our mouth. So far, so good. No. Hold on. Bring that up. Bring that down. Almost. I don't know why that's off, but it's off. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and delete the bottom one. We're going to clone the top, and we're going to bring that down. And that is fixing all of our problems. There we go. Cool. All right. There you go. That is a solid uptrend with too much going on. So we're going to go ahead and delete everything else that is irrelevant. Alright, now we're going to look left and we're going to see where price is at. And we're going to start drawing some structure for ourselves. So there's one Potter box underneath us that we want to avoid. Sellers control there. Buyers control there. Cost basis is a fucking mess, but that is 188.50. Let's go ahead and find our next one. There's candles control at 191. But the wicks are coming off of 192. Oh, that's rough. Okay, so there's got to be, so this is, I don't want to confuse anybody. Remember, I'm holding a workshop. I'm gonna be teaching all of this type of shit, the stacked boxes and stuff like that. Stacks. Okay, stacks. This is a box. We talked to, this is actually how we've nailed a lot of trades. We know that something's gonna happen typically off of this stacked box where you're using this support as cost basis. You see the rejection? There we go. Okay, so we are currently, you guessed it, right, fucking A, yeah, you're right there. And the wall, I guess I might be a little bit off on that. So it looks like, why is that where they close? That is 195, that's psychological. Anything that opens above it doesn't necessarily actually open and close and then make a new high. But when you pull back and you have 196.15, and that's the wick right there. And so sellers are going to pull that down, and when they do, they definitely pull that to 195.50. So that is where that is at. I think, hold on one second. Let me try out the wicks, because then that makes this cost basis, which is far more agreeable in price. I'm gonna say 194.55 is no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a zone. So a cost basis zone, right? So in here where the wicks are at 194, basically 195, and you want to hold any open, I can confidently say this, any open below 194.23 is going to result in a pullback. Now that is more than likely, right? So now we look left and we go look at the structure that we're currently residing in, and I can go down to the hourly and kind of narrate this perfectly. That's money, baby. Okay, so there's going to be a weird little market below 193.35. And there's going to be trend. You have control here. Cool. Okay, now you have more control here. That is your Potter box above. That is your cost basis above. Excuse me. No, that's it. Yeah, because after the rejection, you struggle to hold cost basis. At resistance, you fall down. You consolidate back up, gap up, hit the cost basis, fall, make the new low that you're promised. And so I would say right now, maybe look for a little bleed down to 193.61, right? You can potentially hold this wall off of that wick, but think about, you know, bouncing off of a trampoline meant for babies, or like a trampoline park trampoline. Like, this is a trampoline for babies. You might not get much out of that. That's going to be a trampoline for everybody. We're bouncing, right? When you bounce, your job at that point is just really, really simply to recover 195.40, and I think from there IWM will take a shot at cost basis, which I will say 196.35 and 196.65. Those are the two marks. Above that, I say upside, no problem. But again, same thing goes to the downside, right? Cost basis for me is 192.20. So, hold on. Is it? Nope. Wrong. Wrong. I fucked up. How did I fuck up? I'll show you how I fucked up. Alright, so here is the box, okay? Doesn't change the analysis, but that might lead you into cost basis. But that now leads me to believe that because you are kind of, it's IWM, right? You're not gonna, the 75% mark is 193.18. That is going to lead you into cost basis, and then obviously cost basis is where you're going to want to bounce. But that's it. What time is it? In the Discord, I can't type questions. Potter stocks. Watching you chart that and narrating what you're thinking was damn near A+ shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what to say. One more thing. Because Ash gave me a compliment, now I want to kind of max it out, you know what I'm saying? I want to flex. Small flex. Weird flex, maybe. I don't know. Nice. Nice. Alright, punch back down would be bad for laziness. Maybe you'll bounce at 192.75 if that fails, but yeah, this all looks pretty peachy. You can see another bounce and another new high, and I say that goes to 199.50. Thank you, Angie. Thoughts on the NASDAQ rebalance? I just trade the price. I know that's annoying, but thoughts on ICT concepts? Oh Lord. I'll keep this simple. If you really want to spend your life trying to catch, and you gotta be flawless. I'll be fucking honest with you. Whatever he's talking about, you have to have a bias. So that's, for one, that's fucking biases fucking change all the time. That's perspective based. That's one. Two, I trade bias lists, right? The price tells me what my bias should be, not anything else. So if you want to trade on the 1 minute, right, and you're playing with your little leveraged account that has all of those fucking rules, be my guest. I don't think, from what I've observed, and I didn't just start talking shit because everybody was running to it. I looked at what he was talking about, and no, I don't think it really is worth it. It would never be worth my time knowing what I know now. Knowing what I know now, I don't want the little move, right? I know the little moves with the big accounts and the big leverage, you can make a lot of money, but I can also make a whole hell of a lot of money and still be safe and ride the whole motherfucking ride, right? I am not, like, with Tesla, shit, dude. I'm looking at moving right now. Like, I'm not trying to just trade a, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't think ICT could do what I do, personally. I don't think that he could do what I do. I don't think he could call the things that I do. But then at the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, that's just, like, I don't think about it. I don't compare myself. I don't, like, I'm just doing that now. But, like, when I look at the concepts, and I look at the execution, and I look at the people struggling with it, and then I look at the people that I teach, yeah, it feels like maybe I might be onto something. So, that's my opinion. But everybody, here's what I say. That is my opinion. I have built my own strategy, so I'm really opinionated. You may find them to be simple concepts that make total sense, and you can fucking chart your silver bullet right into your FNG and whatever else. And I don't know, they got some other new names coming out this week, I forgot. And yeah, you can do your thing. I don't know. So here's what I say. Be inquisitive, but know that at some point, if it doesn't seem like it's worth your time, or the shit is constantly fucking erratic and causes you stress, then just fucking leave it alone. Learn all sorts of shit, right? Learn how people do different forms of analysis. What I like to derive from that, and what I like to derive from indicators and people who built indicators and people who were, you know, using all these different forms of analysis, is what is the main thing they're looking for. Right? What is the main thing? Elliott waves, 3, right? parallel channels, right? Using GAN fans, right? There's certain elements that Darvis boxes. They led me to a certain point where I discovered something that worked for me. And so while I may give people the blueprint, I hope that they put on add-ons, right? They got an extended kitchen and an attic now. You know, they have their own thing that they built off of, and that doesn't mean that because there's one thing that's not going to change, and that's where sellers control the price and buyers control the price and cost basis. Those don't change, and that's what I think makes my shit pretty fucking like. These don't change, and they continuously play out time and time again. So yeah. Dude, man, it's been a long journey, bro. That post that you made, dude, I want you to like take this, like, you know, and if shit starts going south, you know, talk to me. We've been on this ride now. I know you kind of go off and back and forth, but yeah, dude, you made a really big leap forward. Now just, you know, look for the next solid, and MMM I think is a good place to potentially know exactly where you want to get in, know exactly how much you want to put into that trade, and start planning for that now, and know exactly where that trade would go sour, you know. And then when you do get into that trade, if you have a good expiration, you know, watch the hourly. Don't watch the 1 minute, don't watch the 3 minute, don't watch the 5 minute. Those are the things that are going to scare you out of those trades. So but you got it, bro. Good job. Can you give me a quick overview on how you trade IWM? I don't trade IWM. I trade so I trade setups, guys. When I see a stock like Tesla, right, set up the way that I want it to set up, which is basically a cost basis break. If you guys would like to see the whole Tesla breakdown, go to my YouTube channel, and you can here, let's see. I don't even know. It should be in here somewhere. I did a lot of predictions on Tesla back here. I don't upload a ton of the times, but I believe let's see here. Yeah, you can go to the Potterbox class, strategy class, because that's actually where I kind of explain and break down those strategies. And then you can go into, yeah, right here. Actually, this is another great Potterbox and trend class. But you can go where I derived the idea and my expectations with that trade. So I do trade options, yes. So when Tesla presented that setup, I traded it because it's Tesla. It's like kind of like the original meme stock. Guys, I'm so fucking excited about this setup right here. I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of been like, it almost SQ'd me. You know what I mean? That thing is juicy. That's a spicy meatball, baby. But yeah, my watch list basically moves. Right now, I just saw MMM. MMM looks like a pretty low risk, high reward potential play. Fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's probably where I'll put my time and attention every single week until it either works out or it doesn't. Right? So right now, if we see MMM above 107.50, we're probably going to be talking about MMM up to 125 or 120. Yeah, 120. Look at that fucking cost basis right there. I didn't even see that. Look at that beautiful cost basis at 126.50. Yeah, so like boom, right there. That's going to be another cost basis break. Oh my god, you have another cost basis at 132.40, and that's going to lead you right into my box, which is going to be right here. Come here, you little shit. Bam. It's gonna be dollar. So same thing, right? Same thing. And we're looking for the cost basis break potentially down here. That is going to lead us, and it always goes cost basis to cost basis to cost basis to cost basis. We did this on Tesla. If you guys want, you can go and look at my post. I told everybody, and it felt great. Obviously, I traded it as well, but on earnings, right? I said 179. If you open or push below that mark, if you open above it and you go up and you retest the previous 180 and reject, you are going to come back down. And if you lose your cost basis, you are promised a new high, right? But then We had a series of events that we knew this is where you get the big plays. The big plays kind of show themselves. Where was it? So hold on, I think I dropped it in here. No, I didn't. I typed it in trade chat because I prefer typing in there. But yeah, I literally said 162.50 was one of my main targets there, as well as the cost basis. And again, if it didn't work, it wouldn't keep happening all the time. But if you break cost basis and then break cost basis and then break cost basis, right? This promises you a new low. That's your new low. Or excuse me, this promises you a new low. The new low is here, which gives you a cost basis break, adding momentum, driving you through the next cost basis, which then gives you a new low. So, sorry, I get excited about this shit because I really am passionate about it. So, I love what I do. So I actually have an interesting thought right now on where Tesla's going to go. And it's a combination. Right now, we are in an uptrend, right? But I also have established that there is the potential, as of right now, to potentially go further down. But here's what I know. I know where I'm going to do that, and then I know exactly where I'm going to go do that, right? Below our cost basis. Below our cost basis, we are going to be promised yet again another low. And then we're also going to be looking at the trend, correct, right? That is more than likely we're going to collapse into. And that in itself calls for a massive move downside. And I really don't think that Tesla's earnings were that fucking bad. But I do know that the same concepts that I used to play this to the upside all apply again. Do you guys see the rejections off a cost basis there and then the new low? If we go up and we break 169, that's a punchback, promising me a new low in perspective to the area of consolidation that I'm trading. Guess where that new low is? That new low is 179.50. That is also your support and your cost basis here. If you break that, you will go up and meet another new high. That another new high, in retrospect to the box, would be 179. If you break that, which is where basically the uptrend that we've been talking about, this has to hold, right? Bam, bam, right? That uptrend that we want to hold, that's the mark where we go to 300. That's the punchback. That's why I'm so excited about this play. Thank you, Cody. And I wouldn't be excited if this shit didn't work. Ooh. All right, sorry. All right, we're good. 2 questions. Will AMC squeeze? And what are my thoughts on JD? I will try and get to those. Let me see if I got any others from the simple stackers. VLO, KSS. Oh my god, Tesla looks so good. All right, let's do VLO. Sorry guys, I gotta do these first. These are my boys. Wow. This is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be a cool chart. There ain't no way. Guys, this chart is fucking sick. I'm gonna, should we start a swear jar? I'm the only one gonna be putting money into it. I don't know why I just said that. Damn, I trapped myself. That's a guilty conscience right there. All right. Anyway, sorry, I'm petrified. The chart's got me fucking spinning over here. Okay, cool. So that happened. Cost basis break above. You're now in open space. Where is your cost basis there? You ended right there. Right there. Which is perfect because you don't want to end anywhere else. You don't want to hit it and then reject. So what about underneath you is going to keep you up, right? Because you're green, but what happens if it goes red? Where does it bounce? And not only where does it bounce, but if it didn't bounce, where would it end up falling? We know where that's going to be, right? Because we can find where does a candle close below in order to make a new low. Candle close below, new low, right? Candle close below, new low. Here, retest, new low. Right here, new low. So we're going to be looking at that mark at 120.95 as your retest, since you're at resistance right now. Now, the whole inch. Now, I think that I'm right about this channel. I do. Now, whether it's coming off of the wicks or not, I think it is, because there is enough points of confluence here to tell me so. So it is probably. Here's. I gotta stop blabbing. Here, look at it. Look with your eyes. Where is cost basis, guys? What? Question. Pop quiz. What is that called? Oh, geez. If you're purple, you can't answer this. I know that you know. Ash, get your fingers off the figure. Stop. Oh, you banner. You. Oh. All right. Ash is banned. You're right, though. It is correct. Yes, that is a. And now, what do you think the importance of having a? That basically tells you what, whether this trend is going to break or not. That confluence, right? And what we can go do is say, well, hold on, let's make sure that it's cost basis, right? How do we do that? We look at candle closures off of support, which let's go ahead and establish that buyers are. Hold on, you might be off. It looks like buyers are. There's a big ass bounce right there. The candle close above that, you make your high and you hit your cost basis. That is going to be 127.85. Yeah? Okay. That didn't do what I wanted it to. Green. Buyers, right? Okay, so that's buyers. And there's going to be, yep, you already got pretty much 50% mark. I will say this. We're going to drag this up into the bodies. 124.35. Open above it. That's all you got to do. Open above it, and you will go test 127.75. You will. Now, I would be looking for, I'm going to be, so, all right, now, how are we going to get up there? I think that's my question right now. Higher high, higher high, uptrend. Look at that. That's just fucking gorgeous. Let's do this because that's actually where the gap down resided. Nope. A little bit farther up. There we go. I want it right on that money, but let's go ahead and turn off after hours and see where did that gap down come from. Confluence. No. So we're not going to do that, because what that median does, that median, it basically turns that skid, like right here, that turns that into a cost basis. So that's beautiful. We like that, actually. So you're there. Beautiful, right? So you either open up above this and you get a straight shot into that 123, or what do you think is going to happen right here? We're probably going to stay bullish by staying out of this mark, right? Because that's all you need. You just don't want to go underneath that. That's it. Right? Shit, mother. Right there. And that is 115 on the dot. Cost basis right there. Big bounce. This is beautiful, guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is money. If you're learning to trade on your own in my Discord, this one I think is, you know, be patient. Obviously it's green right now. But don't be surprised if you see some shit like that. Right? That, what would that do? That would fucking open the door for a nice, strong run into that cost basis. I like that third rejection dump out of that top box. That, yeah, dude. So, and what do we always do? Right? Whenever we're gonna go make a new low, we typically go make like a high, and then we sink back in. You're grabbing all that loot right? And then I'm sure that that probably came off of some sort of, yeah, it came off of a major rejection point. So, but yeah, so that's it. I think that's pretty solid. That is a falling wedge. That is a bearish pattern. Nope. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's do it. Okay, I'll entertain it. Ready? I'll entertain it. There's your wedge. Okay, so already invalidated. And then what is that? So let's just draw the trend lines without making any sort of like weird adjustments. Okay, so starting from the low, as you should with just a trend line, we're gonna go ahead and start from that low. Okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. So we can't have that. So we're gonna delete that. I'm not doing this to roast you. I'm doing this to hopefully change your beliefs about trading patterns, because I spend most of my time rehabilitating pattern traders. So let's just go ahead and entertain the rising wedge. It's over with, right? It's over. There's no, the only way that you can make that happen is by forcing it, right? And doing something like this. There's no, that's not right. You can't do that. That's just making it whatever you want it, right? Let's use some math. Math tells me that I'm looking for a higher high, right? And I want to go ahead and start where support is established. Support is established right here at 105.65. That's a key level. So I'm going to drag that up. And what do we also, those of you guys in the Discord, what do we know about wedges? They're actually the lowest fucking statistical pattern that you could possibly trade, right? Lower time frame patterns, typically you might see a little bit of juice here and there, but they are not reversal patterns. Almost every wedge that you can find is actually a channel waiting to be formed. Every single one of them. So again, I don't say that to you know, crush your beliefs. Well, no, I do. I say that to hopefully crush your beliefs, because if you're trading strictly, yeah, I hope that patterns are the last thing that people learn. That is the easiest thing to give to somebody. It is the worst thing. Like, because again, the reason that I don't like the candlesticks, like abandoned babies and all that other fucking, you know, a doji's cool here and there. I want to know what the candle means. I want to know what the story is, right? If this candle, I can tell you this right now, if this candle closed on top of 141, I'm not bearish. I don't care if that's a red doji. As long as that candle doesn't open below 141, I'm not bearish. Candle opens below it, all right, bearish down to cost basis. Cost basis breaks, okay. All right, it's 11 o'clock, guys. I gotta go to bed. For real, I gotta go to bed. You guys are gonna, I'm gonna be, no, I'll be on Arrow, it'll be fine, but, yeah, no, I do not trade ICT. I trade my own strategy that I built myself. I'm the only one who teaches it. I'm probably not gonna be teaching it for much longer, except for the people in my Discord, because I do actually have this like thought in my head that if I ended up ICTing like that type of popularity, I think that my strategy might, I don't know how it would, but I think that I would lose my edge, or it would just be less advantageous for me. I think delivering it to the masses, usually what's the most popular is always not the edge. So I don't know. It's only a thought, you know. I'm into conspiracy theories here and there, but yeah, bedtime. He's slapping his own ass. Oh my god. There's a link in my bio. All right, we'll do some quick thoughts. JD. Yeah, that one's really simple, my boy. Right here. Okay, any candle that closes below that gives you a new low. This is actually a massive boxy. Ready, Dad? Look at that. Ooh. You're in an accumulation phase, my boy. Part of me wants to actually think that like that right there, and I almost think it is like right there. So at the moment, right, you are making higher highs, therefore you are bullish. I am going to drag this down. I'm going to leave it right here. That's just where trend is showing me. I do think that it could extend itself for sure, but we're not going to really bother with that at the moment. Both can be true. So right now you are sitting on cost basis. If you look to your left, you'll notice that any candle that goes up against this $38, that's the point in which whether you get dragged back down, right, or you break out. Any candle that closes above that and you make a new high, you gap up above it, simple, you make a new high. That one didn't quite go and fill the entirety of the gap, but filled the majority of it. So I would say right now you did try to get up there, and you've made a half-ass attempt to do so. And really, it makes you want to drag the resistance down, because you do notice that right here, you know, even here, you do actually go make a slight new high, and both of these candles close at that mark. So we'll go ahead and say that right now that wasn't really a good fucking look at all. You shouldn't have done that at all. But you did not close in here, but that's going to take us looking at the 4 hour. So they're painting a bear flag for you, right? They're painting a bear flag for you, and I tell you what, boy, that looks like some wicked shit. So I will say, this is where I want to go and dig a little bit deeper, and I want to verify the Potter box, right? And try and make this quick. So there's our bounce. There is almost, we're gonna go ahead and drop this mark here. There is the possibility that you drop down to that $35 mark, bounce, and if that candle closes back on $35, you're gone. You've left a lot of gaps up there. I'm going to assume that they will be filled, okay? And they're outside of the box, which is basically telling you that you are going to possibly make a new high. So looking at the fact that there is a higher high right there, this is more or less where I would be either A, just period end of story, looking for anything above $38, or B, looking for this to potentially jolt down. And again, I would say tap maybe you don't even get there, but tap down around 35.50, maybe 35.25. But at the moment, again, zooming in, buyers, the mellow one on a high job right here. So 36.61, and then a break below 36.50. That's going to give us a breakdown into the gap below us and likely fuel that move to your downside. What time frame am I thinking for VLO to go to 135? Let's see. So did I kind of stop doing that? I'm sorry, dude. No, I didn't. So right now I think 125, and then the immediate target is 127.76. Once you get up there, 129, and you should go straight up. You should be going straight to 135, no problem. This is a great fucking chart, man. I'm excited. Hopefully you just, again, as long as you can find where buyers and sellers control the price, if you and this is something, you know, going into this week, trust, if you're here, if you've seen the evidence, if you've seen the testimony, right, you know this works. If you don't and you need more convincing, go back test, go watch my videos, watch me for the rest of the week. The shit is real, right? And part of being able to execute your strategy and take your trades is trusting exactly what your analysis is, right? So again, if we know that a candle closing below 124 or 125 would result in us moving down, then either your expiration needs to be ready for that, or you need to be out, right? And this is obviously the daily, so you would need to be zoomed in a little bit, but I think this is pretty solid, right? Now, if this gets yanked back down, same rules apply to the downside, right? Right here is 115, you lose it, that's going to be a cost basis right there, and then you're more than likely going to find yourself at 110.39 again. But I think this is a chart that is showing on a, a multitude of different, in a multitude of different ways. Guys, this is a insane confluence. This is an insane confluence. Do you guys now... Yeah, this is kind of insane. Your resistance in your uptrend is the same as your resistance in your downtrend and your box. So I give it a month and a half, 2 months, but I would be out 3 maybe on your longest contract. That doesn't mean that you can't be on something shorter. And do remember that if you are closing up against something, that it's more than likely going to gap up above it for the most part. All right, I'm gonna do MGOL, and then it is night night. Oh my god, what the fuck have I got myself into? And then we're gonna go night night. Well, you guys are, or well, maybe you're not. I am. Night night time. I gave up on not talking. Like I was at a construction site, and I'm not talking to you, Google. I'm not talking to you, Google. But I just had my child, and I was about to tell everybody I had to go to the restroom because you got to report, and I was like, I gotta go potty, guys. And then I just kind of turned around to like the group of 25 dudes, and I was like, just keep walking, just keep riding. Just walk real cool while you go to the bathroom. All right, well, clearly that uptrend or whatever that was is dead. You're done. Now the best thing for anything like of this nature is to recover, right? Is to recover your trend line, but you did reject it. Now structurally, right? You also did not. Buyers control that price. Sellers control this price, and they fucking control the shit out of that. Damn. So that's sellers, and that's my buyers, and that's my cost basis at 260. So I say right now, get your ass up above 250. 250, because you can't quite just call it at 247 to be good enough, but 250 cost basis 260, and then maybe you see a ripperoni and cheese. But I would like to see, look at that, I drop it down to the low and it's already lining up. So I'm gonna drop this up, and here, we'll do this just to freak y'all out. All right, so there's something off. No, it's not, it's perfect. And then we're gonna do it again, and beautiful points of contact for the most part. Yeah. And then you've got, so you've got a box underneath you. Sellers control the price at 10. That's wicked. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, bro. All right. So now I got this all figured out. Cool. So Mongo below 215. Hot dumpy down to 197, and honestly I think that might be the end of it. And then you'd probably be looking for wherever your downtrend is, right? That would end it all, and then downtrend commences, and that is going to be off of support, which is here, and then there is why does that look so ugly? Oh, there you are. I see you now. So that's seller control. Then why do we have the, okay, so we just got a really ugly deviation channel. I wish I had Potter boxes underneath me. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, you guys can hop in the Discord. So really quick before I hop off, I am holding a workshop in August. This is going, I've never done this before. I'm not going to do it many, if not, I probably only do it once. But I'm doing everything. So like, we're going to be going over, and I would like it if you guys would go into this channel if you're interested in this. Let me delete that. I didn't not see that. This is going to be going over everything. So brokerages, charting software, paper trading, starting size, choosing your strategy, scalping, swinging, right? How does it fit you? The psychology behind all of these things. Candlesticks, right? What do they mean? Not the names. What are options? You know, how do we use them? Trend and channels, indicators. How I use them. TTI is going to be talking about his indicators. TTI is actually going to be helping me with this. So is Manny. Boxes. And I'm going to be talking about just simple boxes. We're not going to be talking about Potter boxes quite yet. Patterns, when and where, right? What we look for, how to avoid getting faked out, how to just basically look at them and then play structure on them so you know exactly where they're at. Is that soup? What is it? It's ramen? Oh, I get your leftovers? Thank you. Let me get some of that. Yeah, let me have your leftovers. Did you slobber in it? Nice.
Spicy.
Thank you for your leftovers.
I just don't want to waste it.
Mm-hmm. Some juice. Oh, hey, did you see what I got you? Do you see the different kind I got you?
No.
What?
No.
I got you 2 kinds. Did you unpack all the groceries yet?
Yeah.
Okay. The devil's lettuce got me. Ash, listen, you gotta wait. Or you gotta take more Adderall. Counteract it. You said we had a box under us. I said I wish it was yours. Is there a new Discord channel? There's channels. There's a premium Discord. But here's what I was gonna say. All of this, and yes, I am putting a lot into this. I'm economic events, scanners, earnings. I mean, we're gonna be going through fucking, and I'm gonna be adding to this before we even get started. So then we're gonna be doing psychology, a whole class, patience, mental fortitude, perspective, works or it doesn't, perspective, patience, all of it. Yeah, so that's gonna be in August. But I'm going to be trying to leave the Discord live open a couple of times, especially when I see really high probability trades. You can sign up too, it's 89 bucks, but the goal is to help you make 250. I do not want you coming out of your pocket. I would like to see you guys make the money and then and that's how most of the time, all of the lifetime members, almost majority of lifetime members, a lot of the yearly members, some of the mentors as well, same thing, able to kind of just pay for it really quickly. So it will be there. Again, this will be on YouTube tonight. If you guys want to be there and recap over what we went over tonight. Again, when you guys are starting tomorrow, we know that this strategy works. Got to trust it. Got to know that when buyers and sellers control the price, that is leverage, you use that to your advantage. That's cool, man. $1 Million Trader Dan. I don't do a lot of pennies. I've had some some good luck on pennies, but I stay away from them because of the luck that I've had with them. The more that you dig into what you're lucky at, or what brings you luck, the less lucky it gets. But I just trade Tesla, trade really anything that has a Potter box on it. So, but anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. Yo, I love it, dude. That's hilarious. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. I appreciate you. Yeah. Beep. Nice. All right, y'all.